Hello and welcome on 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. A lot to talk about today is Champions League Day. A lot of fans of those clubs in Europe will be ready to see what their clubs will do. And also we'll be starting from volleyball, where the National Division 1, where Phase 2 volleyball is ongoing at the MK Abiola Stadium. Quickly, let's give you the results. Some games that were actually played on Monday. Now we look at the results of those games where Caliphate Spikers of Sokoto, they actually did well against Spartan FC, although they lost rather to Spartan FC of Yola 0-3 there, 23-25, 24-26 and 12-25. While Kada Kings against Wiki Spartak of Bauchi ended in favor of Kada Kings 3-0, 25-19, 25-18 and 25-22. You also have fixtures for today that will be coming up in the day 4 of the National Division 1 Volleyball Championship taking place at the MK Abiola Stadium. The fixture for today, Oliole Spikers of Oyo will be facing Caliphate Spikers of Sokoto by 2 p.m. Spartan VC of Yola against ABM of Katsina, while Wiki Spikers of Bauchi will face Kwara United VC by 6 p.m. Those are the fixtures that will be coming up today, the day 4 of the National Division 1 of Volleyball Championship in Abuja here. Now we talk about basketball, where FIBA World Cup qualifiers, 18 basketballers have been called for D Tigers qualifiers in the FIBA World Cup that will be coming up in Angola this same month of November and December rather. As it is, Nigeria right now we're having a full list of Jelila Kindele, Ike Diogu, that's the captain there, Tareke Edogi, Michael Efebera, Benjamin Emeloju, Ike Ruebu, Ike Nwamu, Christopher Obepa, Omotayo Ogundiran, Keita Omeora, Ugona Onyeso, and Ben Uzo. Those are the foreign players. And we look at the home base players. Now we have Abdul Wahab Yakubu from Gombe Bulls. We have Michael Okiki from Gombe Bulls, Ibeagu from Gombe Bulls, and you also have Bright Akute from Nigerian Customs, while Owen Oriahi from Rivers Upas. These are the players, the 18 players called to at least execute the FIBA World Cup qualifiers that will be coming up in Angola. We hold Nigerian D Tigers. We do us proud in that particular qualifiers. From there, we talk about table tennis, the ping pongers. Aona Quadri, Edem Offiong and others are representing Nigeria and also Africa at the ITTF World Championship taking place in Washington over there in USA. Well, Aruna Quadri, Edem Offiong and about 15 others will be coming from Africa right now. They are there in Washington to play for their country. Number 1 in Africa, Aina Quadri will be facing Alexander Kanin of Belarus today in his first game, while Olajide Omotayo and Bode Abiodun will also represent Nigeria. They also have a lady, Edem Offiong, who will do us proud in that particular table tennis competition, ITTF World Championship in Washington, D.C. Hopefully Nigerians can do well. The likes of Omar Assar of Egypt is also part of this contingent from Africa. Also not forgetting El Belal Mohamed from Egypt. All of them will be fighting to see if they can lift the trophy, talking about the ITTF World Championship. From there now, we go straight to the big one for tonight, UEFA Champions League. And I've been joined in the studio by the usual suspect in the world of analysis, talking about Peters Olawale. Good to have you.
Good morning. It's great to be here once again.
Good one there. Now I'm talking about UEFA Champions League. A lot of matches will be coming up today in the UEFA Champions League, and we'll be looking at the fixtures quickly, where the likes of Dynamo Kiev will be coming up. They'll be coming up today, playing against Bayern Munich. Those are the fixtures there. Villarreal against Manchester United. Barcelona against Benfica. Chelsea will be hosting Juventus at the Stamford Bridge. You have Lille against Red Bull Salzburg of Austria, Malmo FF of Sweden against Zenit St. Petersburg of Russia, and you also have Sevilla against Wolfsburg, while Young Boys of Switzerland will be playing against Atalanta. Wow, let's take it one by one. Dynamo Kiev against Bayern Munich. Looking at the players, Bayern Munich in fact, you can see they are ready for this.
Okay, looking at the match between Bayern Munich and
Dynamo
Kiev, I think it's already a walkover for Bayern Munich. And currently, they've qualified technically for the next phase of the Champions League. They are sitting on top of the league with 12 points.
Their group.
In their group, so they have 12 points already. So they really have, but they still have a lot to play for. And if we're talking about the current highest goal scorer in the Champions League qualifying stage, we're talking about nobody but Lewandowski. He has 8 goals already. So he wants to increase the goal tally against their opponent tonight. So it's going to be an interesting match to watch tonight.
Dynamo Kiev against Bayern Munich, a big one. Even though Bayern Munich, they've scaled through, they just want to play for their pride. Another match we're going to look at is Villarreal against Manchester United. Manchester United, looking at what has happened to that team. Okay, now Ole is gone. Now you have Carrick, who will be taking over against Villarreal. Do you think Man United will be able? Someone said that Carrick might just surprise everyone the way Ole did. Remember when Ole came, he was winning some matches and people were like, oh, this is good, let him continue, and this was where he landed them. Now Carrick has taken over against Villarreal. Do you see him winning this first match?
Okay, Ole left, Carrick came in. What's the difference? Carrick happens to be part of the
staff of Ole.
Of Ole. Yes, when you have a new coach, the players, they want to pay. I mean, they want to play for the coach, for themselves. And Manchester United fans, they've gone through a lot for the last few weeks. They've not been a happy supporter. Okay? So, I think Carrick will try, but I don't think it will be that easy for him to win. If they're going to win to this match, it's not because of the technical ability of Michael Carrick. It's because the player will be determined and disciplined to win the match. If you look at head-to-head, Villarreal and Manchester United, I think they've played 6 times. They drew 4 times, they won 1 and they lost 1. And also if you look at their history against the Spanish team, they've played 50 times, they won only 13, they lost 17 and they drew 20 times. So going there to win the match, it's possible, but they need discipline and determination. Okay, and looking at their current position now, yes, they are topping the league. I mean, they are topping the table with 7 points. However, what happens if they lose to this match? So that means they'll still remain on the 7 points, while Villarreal will jump and meet them 7 points. Okay, and that will put pressure on them against their next match with the young boys. So
it's better for them to win.
It's better for them. Draw is not even an option.
Win.
It's for them to win and win convincingly, so that the supporters will have something to smile about. Looking
at least for that Manchester United.
What they've really gone through for the past few weeks.
It's a big one for Manchester United. It's not easy at all right now. We just hope that the Yellow Submarine would not submerge them when they play today against Manchester United. Well, that's it now. Let's talk about another match. Barcelona against Benfica. That will be another big match. Barcelona against Benfica. Xavi too is starting his own Champions League debut for Barcelona.
Yeah, he's starting his debut as a Barcelona coach. And looking at their narrow escape against Osasuna over the weekend, I think that will give them the motivation that they can do it. However, it's not a match for them to lose also. You recall the last time the two clubs met, it was 3-0 against Barcelona. So, and right now, Barcelona cannot afford to draw. They have to win this match because Bayern Munich they've qualified already. If they should lose to this match, their next match, Barcelona next match, is against Bayern Munich. And we all know what happened the last time Bayern Munich and Barcelona they met. We know what happened, we know the result. So it's not a match for them to joke with. Just like we are expecting the Manchester United players to go with determination, to go with discipline, I think the same thing is expected of the Barcelona. I don't understand the reason why the mighty are falling nowadays in the world of football.
It's not easy at all for for Barcelona and Manchester United. They are really, the two teams seems to be struggling right now. Okay, let's just leave that particular team. Let's talk about the big one for tonight. A lot of people want to see Chelsea against Juventus. That match is going to be happening live at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea will be at home. Is it possible that Thomas Tuchel and his boys will be able to defeat Juventus, a team that has not been finding easy over there, the Italians? Can they just scoop the winning against Chelsea tonight?
Well, you're talking about the European champion. You're talking about Chelsea. You're talking about the pride of London. You're talking about the Blues. I'll give it to them.
That they're going to win tonight?
Yes, I'll give it to them. They're going to win tonight. Number one, if you look at the crop of Chelsea players right now, and if you look at their goal statistic, I think they've played, and they scored about 37 goals this season so far. And these 37 goals were scored by 17 different players.
That shows they have a teamwork.
That shows anybody can score. In fact, from the first 11, it's only Mendy, the goalkeeper, that have not scored. So it's not about, okay, if you look at the last match and the Chelsea play with Juventus, they cage Lukaku because they've been with him. They understand him very well when he was at Inter Milan. So he couldn't have the role to play. But this time around, it's not about caging, except you want to cage the 10 players.
Which is not possible.
It's not going to be possible. So it's going to be a cracker. And the Chelsea, and I think the only match they've lost in their group stages this season is to Juventus 1-0. So it's going to be a revenge match also. And knowing fully that the last time Chelsea won Juve was in 2009. So it has been a very long time. So today, the history is going to change.
Is it going to change? Well, let's see what Chelsea will do against Juventus tonight. In that, a big cracker that will be coming over the Stamford Bridge. Now we talk about a French team, Lille, defending champion of Ligue 1. Although right now they are struggling over there. PSG has since taken over the leadership of that particular league. Lille against Red Bull Salzburg from Austria.
Yeah, there's no underdog when it comes to the games of Champions League. And you remember the last time Porto won it. Nobody heard of Porto before, and they came and they surprised everybody. So the match between the Lille and what do you call it?
Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg.
Is going to be an interesting match to play, and they're going to play for the pride, and they're going to play for their country also.
Okay, now we know that a lot of matches are going to come up today in the UEFA Champions League. We look at other fixtures that will be coming up. Malmo, a team from Sweden, they will be playing against Zenit St. Petersburg, the team they are perennial team that always play in the UEFA Champions alongside Shakhtar Donetsk of Ukraine. If you look at Champions League, you always see Zenit St. Petersburg always there, playing against Malmo FF of Sweden. A lot of people want to look at, let's give it to Zenit.
Okay, and if we look at the last match between Malmo and Chelsea, you recall what happened? So people are like, Chelsea, Malmo should have been 10-0, 6-0, 5-0, but it wasn't that way. So definitely the match between Malmo and Zenit St. Petersburg also is going to be an interesting match, even though the likes of Juve and Chelsea, they are almost winning the qualifying, but they have to play for the European qualification, because whoever comes third in the group stage will have the opportunity of going to the Europa.
Okay, now we look at Sevilla against Wolfsburg. I know if you want to judge by their performance right now, you want to give maybe, let's say, Sevilla an upper hand against Wolfsburg on Germany. But at times you never can tell. Don't underrate the German team. They can just spring up surprise. Do you see Wolfsburg spring up any surprise against Sevilla of Spanish La Liga?
In football, it's not over until after 90 minutes. Whoever thought, and the like of Benfica will dealt with Barcelona 3-0. So definitely also, Wolfsburg also can do the same thing against Sevilla. And it's not something that has not happened before. And it's not something that cannot still happen. What it takes is just about determination, discipline, and commitment. And the fact that, I qualify from my Premier League to represent my club and my country, and you did the same thing also. So we have equal rights. So even coming as an underdog also will be an advantage that nobody's even expecting us to win. So let's go there and spring the surprise and do what and win the match. So it's not going to be over until like 90 minutes. And if you ask me to predict, I'll give it to Wolfsburg this time around.
Seriously?
I'm going to
by how many goals margin?
It's going to be 2-1.
2-1 favor of Wolfsburg. Well, we have time to actually see that if truly you predicted well. Talking about UEFA Champions League, another team that has shocked the whole world for the fact that they've been consistent when it comes to UEFA Champions League has been Atalanta of Italy. They came and they've shocked everyone because no one has given them the chance. And for the past 2 seasons now, Atalanta has been there, and now they are also going to be playing tonight against Young Boys of Switzerland. Young Boys versus Atalanta. Is it going to be Young Boys against the Old Boys? Or
it's going to be 11 versus 11.
Okay.
Okay, and I think in the Atalanta, they have what it takes to qualify for the next phase of this Champions League. Why? If they are able to scale through tonight by beating Young Boys, their next match will be against Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich they've qualified already, in which it will be Young Boys versus Manchester United. And in football, history and tradition always comes to play. We know what happened the last time Young Boys and Manchester United they played together. So them winning tonight will put more pressure on Manchester United. And it's going to lift their spirits up a bit, motivate them that if you have done this, then we have what it takes to move to the next phase, and them qualifying to the round of to the next phase will be a victory as far as they are concerned. It will be a victory for them.
So automatically you are tipping Atalanta to win.
Yeah, I have a lot of Manchester United fans, and if I say this, I don't know what will happen to me after leaving the studio. However, I'll give it to the Atlanta.
Okay, Atalanta
they really deserve it.
Okay, that's football. You know, we've been talking about UEFA Champions League as we'll be going down tonight over there in different cities in Europe. Talking about the biggest ones, going to be a lot of people want to see Chelsea against Juventus. Can they do it? Can the team, talking about the Bianconeri, as Juventus are actually known, will they be able to hold it against the Blues? Stamford Bridge, will it collapse or will it remain solid till this evening before we look at that particular match? Although we're bringing you the results for that tomorrow on Sport 360. Now let's talk about some transfer gossips going around. It has been confirmed already that a lot of attention has been given to Pochettino coming to Manchester United. Now looking at this story now, we are going to look at Manchester United are going to be coughing out about 10 million euros if they want to buy Pochettino from PSG. That's the news coming out that Mauricio Pochettino could be the next manager of Manchester United. That it could be the one, but they must have to cough out about 8.7 million pounds. That is about 10 million euro for that manager to move away from PSG to Manchester United.
Wow. Pochettino going to Manchester United. That'll be very interesting, and it's a coach that I respect a lot. And when it comes to discipline, he knows how to instill discipline and motivate his players. Yeah, we've seen what he did while at Tottenham. However, for him to perform very well, the Manchester United, both the board and their fans, they must give him time. They must give him time in the sense that the Manchester United project is not a year or 2 years project now.
As it is right now.
It is not a year or 2 years project. It's a project for 3, 4, 5 years. They have to start rebuilding from the ground. Not that, oh, Pochettino has to come. Next year, they want him to compete for Premier League. They want him to do that.
Win Champions League, all that expectations.
They don't really need to do that. They have to rebuild the team. They have to look at the crop of players they have right now. Who had those that even before Pochettino comes, has to leave, has to go, to give him the room to really operate. Alex Ferguson left Man United in 2012, 2013, and between then and now, that's about 8 or 9 years, they've had 5 coaches. Stability is not there. So everybody will come with their style, with their pattern. So they don't have that. The reason why Alex was able to succeed, he spent about 26 years in Manchester United. So he has a long-term plan for the team. So, and the board, they supported him. So this time around, I think if they really want him, a good coach, a good sign, money is not a problem to Manchester United. They have the money already, so money shouldn't be a problem. But giving him the time and laying the structure for him to succeed, it's very, very important. Not to give him the pressure that you come in the first year, you have to win something, the second year, you have to win something. Look at us now. Look at what they are going through now. Look at Liverpool before they got to where they are right now. So they have to go through that rebuilding process. Look at Barcelona. It happens to our team. So Manchester United, they should just take the humble pie this time around that they are where they are right now. And who knows, in the next 2-3 years, maybe there will be a team or a club to reckon with again in England.
Europe.
Yeah.
Well, as it is, we just have to look at our last story on the show, talking about earlier we mentioned that Manchester United will have to cough out 10 million euros to get Pochettino from PSG, and the same PSG are looking already. They've contacted Zinedine Zidane concerning his move from to join them rather in PSG, which I'm sure a lot of people are really saying, okay, he should move to PSG because one is from France, two, he knows what to do, how to at least they want him to say that he can hold down Kylian Mbappe and all those reasons. Now Zidane to PSG is already they've contacted him, and the mindset that if Pochettino leaves, then he takes over.
Okay, before they will contact Zidane, so that means they've seen the handwriting on the wall that Pochettino is moving to Manchester United. Good one. I see Zidane succeeding more in PSG than in
Man United.
Why? Because the pressure in Manchester United is not something that you can really cope with.
Okay, don't you think maybe if he comes, he can actually turn this around the way he did in Real Madrid?
Well, in Real Madrid, he had everything. So what they just need is just to instill the discipline.
So, but now,
do you have that in Manchester United? I doubt.
are you stylishly saying that Manchester United they don't have the quality of players that will make Zizou, as they call him, Zidane?
They have one of the best team in the world. That's the truth. But what they lack is discipline.
You mean Manchester United players need
Some of
discipline?
the players. Look at what happened during their match against Watford. Even the keeper came out and said the same thing, that they did not play at all. So, that pride of wearing that Manchester United jersey, it's not there like it used to be. Then they need a coach like Zidane to go to PSG because of the crop of players that they have right now. When Zidane talks, the likes of Sergio Ramos will respect him. The likes of Mbappe will respect him. The likes of Di Maria will respect him.
All of them.
Neymar, Messi will respect him. Pochettino, what has he ever won? What has he done as a player and a coach that he will look to them and talk to them?
Good one there.
So I think Zidane going to PSG and going back to his hometown.
I just have to cut you there because of our time. Well, as it is right now, PSG, Manchester United, two coaches are talking about Zinedine Zidane and Mauricio Pochettino. These are the two men that could be tinkering the tank of those two clubs, PSG, Manchester United. That has actually been the spice this morning on 360 Sports. I've been with Peter Olawale, who has been giving us much details in the world of Champions League and also transfer story. Good to have you in the studio.
It's a pleasure to be here once again.
Good one. Now we've been talking here on 360 Sport. As we always tell you that sport is business and also fitness. Keep doing sport. I am Adeni Ajisha for time.
Celebration!